While Sebek will call Lilia by his first name without any honorifics on en, in his original dialogue he actually only ever refers to Lilia as Lilia-sama, putting him on a similar level to Malleus from Sebek's perspective. Sebek was entrusted to Lilia by his grandfather when he was young, and has been under his tutelage for the past decade. He is quick to defend Lilia when he thinks that Lilia is not being paid proper respect, such as when Ace asks them why they lead the ghosts to where he was during Phantom Bride. Sebek scolds Ace for taking an aggressive tone with Lilia, insisting that he learn his place. Sebek also becomes angry when Eliza rejects Lilia for being too cute, insisting, "You're even cuter than the ghost herself." He scolds Silver for interrupting Lilia when Lilia was speaking with Malleus, and Idia for failing to kiss Eliza upon Lilia's command. Sebek is also an adamant supporter of Lilia's musical endeavors.
リリア様のパフォーマンスの方が観客をあっと驚かせる意外性がありました。何よりリリア様の墓からよみがえりし怨霊のような歌声、このセベク震え上がりました。
Sebek often references having to survive in the wild with Silver as a part of Lilia's training. Silver says they were trained to maneuver through harsh conditions unimpeded, with Sebek clarifying that, at one point, he had me scaling a sheer cliff both ways, 10 times a day, for 3 months. This may be a reference to Prince Philip in the 1959 animated movie, Sleeping Beauty. Sebek will also recite basic lessons in survival that Lilia has taught him. During his second birthday vignette we learn that Lilia once took Sebek and Silver out to one of the mountains that border Briar Valley and, without any forewarning, disappeared. He left only basic tools and a note that said, "I'll be back for you in a week. Stay alive and have fun." Sebek says that, at the time, neither he nor Silver actually had any survivalist experience whatsoever. Sebek obeys what Lilia says over Silver's instructions and, sometimes, even over Malleus, such as when he was ordered to apologize to Leona and argued the point with Malleus, but when Lilia follows up with, "I think you should do as Malleus says," he responds with, "Ah, yes, sir." Sebek, Silver, and Malleus all insist that Lilia can be terrifying on Halloween. When Ace says that Sebek is just a scaredy cat, Lilia replies with, "No comment on that." Lilia has a voice line of, "Silver and Sebek used to be scaredy cats, you know. I'd always have to do laundry the morning after Halloween." Lilia seems to enjoy pranking people in general, and Sebek in particular. He has a line in a vignette about having a wee bit too much fun messing with them, but we never find out what he had been doing. During Phantom Bride we learn that Lilia has given Sebek interesting information about dating, saying that he needs to write letters with a fountain pen and stationery and send a photo of himself with every third letter until the 25th full moon, when he should sit next to them on a bench in Briar Valley Central Park with a person's worth of space between them. Epel says that Lilia has definitely been messing with him, and Sebek reacts with rage for Epel daring to question Lilia's integrity. We also see a wholly confident Sebek trying to convince his fellow first-years to eat steak topped with yogurt and a variety of fermented bean that is described to be much like natto, a traditional soybean food in Japan that is infamous for being very healthy but smelling horrible. Sebek becomes frustrated with the others when they doubt Lilia's wisdom. Jack says, "I don't care if you respect him, but quit trying to force other people to," and Sebek insists he is not forcing anyone to do anything. "I am merely trying to demonstrate Lilia's wisdom." By the end of the vignette it is revealed that Lilia had indeed been lying to Sebek, saying that he just said the first thing that came into my head, and laughing at Sebek for taking it seriously. He calls Sebek adorably trusting, and also calls him adorable again in a chat for calling Lilia's magic fascinating. Sebek seems to be just as fond of Lilia as Lilia is of him, boasting at Vargas camp that his clothing was personally endorsed by Lilia himself and that the patches on it are symbols from Briar Valley. Lilia gave them to me, so I made sure to apply them all. We also see Sebek get into a Sleeping Beauty-like argument with Silver over whether navy or red suits Lilia better. Malleus compromises with green and Sebek responds, "You look magnificent." As fond as he is of Lilia, however, it is insinuated during Beanfest that Sebek might prefer Malleus. When Lilia asks if he is not a good enough teammate for Sebek, he responds, "I am greatly honored to have the privilege of following a warrior as renowned as yourself into battle, of course." But even then, Malleus, well. When both Lilia and Malleus disappear during Halloween, Silver reminds Sebek that Lilia is with Malleus, wherever they are, and asks if Sebek doubts Lilia's capabilities. Sebek responds, "Why, I would never." When Sebek was accepted into NRC, Lilia asked him if he would like a gift to commemorate the occasion. Sebek requested a portrait of Malleus, which Lilia arranged. Lilia also had Malleus present the portrait to Sebek, personally. Sebek says that he will treasure it for life.